What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, so let's just kind of take a check in with what's going on in Iraq. As you guys are well aware, their weekends are Friday and Saturday, like ours is Saturday and Sunday. But there is a couple of things to really touch on. But before I go on, as usual, I do want to remind you because a lot of you now are asking in the group, where is a good place to go buy precious metals? I keep saying, why don't you go check out our friends over at Money Metals Exchange? Okay, the link will be in the description. And just follow it, go on over there and pick up on some precious metals. If you're new to the website and you are buying $100 or more worth of precious metals, put in promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and you will pick up some free silver. Okay, over here we have Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. In here we only talk about investments. Gold, silver, cryptocurrency, as well as foreign currency investments. Anything that anybody else can bring up that's new. Okay, but no political stuff, no Trump stuff. I know it's hard. Over here we have the hidden things in front of your eyes. In here you can talk about NESARA, GESARA. You can talk about Trump. You can talk about QAnon. You can talk about the news. It's okay. That's what this is for. We talk about things that some people consider a conspiracy, all right? So the link for both groups will be in the description. All right, so let's get going on over here. So what's going on with this? So the Rafid, I believe it's pronounced Rafidane, starts to electronically resettle the salaries of defense personnel. Yeah, you want to make sure that these guys get paid. So the bank announced on Saturday the start of the resettlement of the salaries of employees for the Ministry of Defense and its formation, and the granting of MasterCards to receive their salaries electronically. Now, I mean, call me crazy, but if I'm running a country and there's a group of people that I'm counting on to defend my nation, don't you think you want to make sure that they get paid? I'm just throwing that out there, You might have a really low morale happening there, and that's when some bombs and terrorists kind of sneak past you. Anyways, I just thought, wow, yeah, you want to pay these guys. So the bank media officer said in a statement seen by the news that the forms related to the salaries resettlements have been distributed to the employees of the Ministry of Defense to choose the bank that provides financial services to it in terms of advance and loans. I'm sorry. Just it would seem like to be like you kind of get, who do you want to pay? Well, I don't know. Let's pay the the janitor first, okay? And then you get down to the bottom of your list. You're like, well, what's the last two people? Oh, I know. Let's pay our military and the Ministry of Defense. You're like, shouldn't have been first. Just throwing that out there. Maybe I'm just looking at this in a different light, but it seems to me like these guys probably would have been some of the people that you would have wanted to pay first. All right. After turning to the partial ban, will malls open in Baghdad? I heard they're having a field day over there. A person from, not India, from Iraq said they live next to the mall and they actually enjoy it a whole lot. I was like, congratulations. Welcome to our 80s. That's what I said. The crisis itself, the Ministry of Health announced that on Saturday the working mechanisms of the mall after the decision to open it, indicating that will open from tomorrow, Sunday. The member of the crisis cell, Undersecretary of Minister of Health, Jamali, said that the decision to open malls would take effect from Sunday until the 15th of August. What's going on with that date, the 15th? There's a lot of things ringing around that date. Very interesting. And the subsequent decision will be issued according to the Rona development of the country. Opening malls will be limited to commercial stores, similar to the rest of the shops outside the mall. So, of course, they're just making sure that everybody is safe from the Rona. This is another article basically saying the same thing. Here's our boy, Al-Qademi, announces his intentions to launch a major campaign to rebuild Baghdad, drain the swamp, which he's doing, and now he wants to rebuild the country. Good, this is what we're talking about. Infrastructure, done. Let's get her over with. On Saturday, the Prime Minister, Al-Qademi, announced his intentions to launch a major campaign to rebuild Baghdad. I'm not satisfied with the reality of Baghdad, and I intend to launch a major campaign to rebuild it. So, yeah, let's get infrastructure going, my man. Seriously, this is an opportunity that Al Kadhimi has to bring in a lot of outside investors. He's just got to prove to them that their investments will be safe and secure. You know what I mean? That Iraq is capable of not only protecting their investments, but, of course, obviously, their own citizens from armed gangs and ISIS, okay? So if he could, then you will see a lot of investors who see the potential in investing in Baghdad. I mean, I see it. I see the potential. I'm interested. But if I'm being honest, before I go slap down a grip of money into a location that I'm really nervous about because they can't seem to, protect their own people. Yeah, I can understand how outside investors would be reluctant too. So yeah, let's get that rocking and rolling. The president of the Republic stresses the importance of balanced and positive role of Iraq in its foreign relations. So Saturday, the president of the Republic, that's Burham Saleh, stressed the importance of balanced and positive role of Iraq in the course of its foreign relations. It's important because, Iraq is like right smack dab in the middle of where this could be really good for the Middle East. It really is. They share one of the biggest ports with Saudi Arabia. If they can just get some stability there in the Middle East, it really could open up the floodgates to international business. Meaning what? Oh, that means that Iraq can have and build a very strong economy. And in turn, what that does is it strengthens the dollar. The President Saleh said Saturday, when he's there with the Minister of Affairs, Hussein, where they discussed the country's foreign relations and ways to develop and advance them. The president said, okay, so it's real simple. You just got to say this. Look, we have all been war-torn, fighting, in most cases, centuries. But for the last 30 years or so, for sure, if we could just stop bickering and get our crap together, we have an opportunity to really open up the Middle East to the rest of the world and really develop some really great, strong countries over there. And again, I would love to go to the Middle East, but I don't want to have to feel if I go there to visit that I have to be worried about some dude chasing me down because I'm an American and lopping off my head. It just it doesn't turn me on. Okay? So what do you say? The need to strengthen Iraq's position in international forums through its contributions to spreading the devoting an atmosphere of understanding and constructive dialogue to consolidate security and stability amongst the country and the region. And that's what I'm talking about. Iraq has to make that big move. So the rest of I have a feeling if Iraq can do this, you're going to see a lot of positive movements in the Middle East. Parliament reveals the budget for 2021 will be ready this month. This ought to be very, very interesting. Okay, so the Constitution says in order for Iraq to have a budget, they must submit it so it could be read and discussed and voted on 3 times within 100 days. So we are getting pretty close to the end of the year, which is the fiscal calendar that they're currently monitoring or using. Now, that doesn't mean it isn't going to change. It might do that. But if you can get this budget out, discussed, and voted on before the end of the year, then there's no more excuses and there's no more delays. I think there are many people who believe in this budget is the rate change. So we'll see here real quick. The Parliament Finance Committee today, Saturday, confirmed that the draft budget for 2021 will be ready during the current month, indicating that the resources of the border crossing will be added and Kurdistan is required to hand over its ports. A member of the Parliament Finance Committee representative said the government is preparing to complete the draft budget for the next fiscal year this month. The government is required to send the draft law in October. provided that includes the reform steps that the government undertook during the votes of the external and internal laws. So good. This is good. Let's get it out of the way. Seriously, let's get in there early. Let's get it voted on. Let's get it reviewed so there's no more excuses and there's no delays. That would be really a huge step if Iraq could this time around get their budget in ahead of time to be discussed and voted on, don't you think? All right, you guys, so everything is looking good. Still, I'm just waiting for, what's Sunday's tomorrow, so I'm hoping that we see the delegates from Kurdistan get in there. Let's hammer out this deal. It's already hammered out as far as I'm concerned. Let's just get it signed and over with. Let's see a big smile on our buddy from the UN, Miss Blacksheart, letting the world know that this deal is done. And let's get prepped for Al-Kadhimi to come and meet with Trump. All right, you guys, that's it for now. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. I'll catch you later.